at the end of the day, every woman, I don't care what they say, every woman wants to feel like they the princess. And why I say this is, how many times, and I know you done had friends that were females that was messing around with a boy, where they ain't paying no bills, they ain't had nothing to offer the relationship, and she stayed. Yo, 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 what is
What's
up?
goody?
It's been a minute, a week. It's been a week. But you know what?
Yes, sir.
Today I came with a question for you.
Okay, what you got?
I'm dying to know. Could you date the opposite sex version of you if it was just identical personalities? But hold on. Before you answer, welcome to Two Shades of Black, where we talk about controversial things and topics that's just be on your mind. And today, we covering a few things. You already heard number one. But number two, we talking about what is your ideal person. Get to know me as well as Jordan. Yeah. And then the last topic is going to be a doozy. It's going to be a little doozy. Because boy, look at here. I know all the fellas out there, and some women got this same question. How as a dude would you feel if your old lady or your woman made more money than you? Now that's been the cause of many breakups. Ooh. Yes, it has. Now, a lot of y'all have been new viewers and y'all haven't subscribed yet. So I need you to smash that subscribe button so you know you can get the notification, that bell too. So you can get that notification when you know Two Shades of Black, is coming at you. So either way, let's jump into the first topic. Jordan. Oh, I almost forgot. I'm sipping on something today. You know, your boy likes to sip on some things. Pause.
What we drinking? Wait. That's the second week straight, bro.
Hey, what can I say? Flabbergasted how I feel lately.
Well, anyway, let's talk about the drink. What you got?
Either way, today your boy is drinking Oban. Oh, I don't even know if it... Oban. Yes. Little Bay single malt Scotch whiskey. You know this. I only put diesel in this body. Yeah, straight diesel. Yeah, I know, Jordan. We trying to get the viewers up and we trying to get the subscription up and people to like us so we can get you more money so you can get on my level, ho. Get on my level, ho. Get on my level, ho.
I gotta be a ho, though. Why can't I just be poor? Why can't I just be broke and just hopefully that my lady make more money than me?
Hey, we gonna touch that though. We definitely gonna touch that though. Either way, let's hop into it.
All right.
Could you date the opposite sex version of you? So if Jordan was Jordan, or I guess Jordan is a universal or unisexual name. So could you date a girl version of you?
Yeah, I definitely had a Jordan in my lifetime.
Wait, Jordan? You dated a girl named Jordan and your name is Jordan?
I didn't date the girl per se.
Makes sense.
But you know, let's just say that
we had relations.
I'm having drinks, and next thing you know, I'm in the promised land. I don't know how it happened, but hey, here we are.
Big, give me my mule in 3 acres.
Yep, and a plan B the next day. But anyway, that's another topic. Yeah.
Hey, you got to keep that on deck. Ever since the government done passed all of this, you know I've been stockholding.
Yeah.
You get a plan B. You get a plan B. Like Skittles, baby. Taste the rainbow.
But you know, Jordan's watching. Jordan, don't pay no attention, girl. You don't need to talk about that.
Anyway. Okay. Let me know. Could you date a female Jordan?
And you know what? First and foremost, X, I'm glad we got a chance to have this conversation. You know, I think we got to be a little more intimate in some of these episodes. Sometimes maybe for the ladies and stuff like that. So let's do this, right? So I think it all depends on the timeline of the person. If we talking current me, yes. 19 and 21? Woo, no, that's a problem right there. But when we're talking right now, I think so. And here's the reason why, man. It's Because I'm the type of person, and you and I had plenty of conversations. This is the reason why we're doing this podcast.
Big
And
facts.
it's going to be a very heated, but a lot of intellectual conversations where we're going to challenge each other. We're always going to think that we're right. We're always going to think that we're going to be, just. But at the same time, she's going to get the best of me, and I'm going to give her the best of her, I'm going to give her the best of me, and she's going to give me the best of her. I'm getting confused because there's too many Jordans.
I'm about to say, thank God you said that, because you say he going to get the best of you, and I was like, pause.
Oh, did I say that?
Yeah, you did, boy. Rewind.
Man,
this ain't that kind of show.
Last week you were giving wraparounds, but let's not talk about that. But anyway.
You always want to bring up the past.
I will, absolutely. I am petty. They call me Petty Wop in these streets. But look, I think, and that's the reason why me and her, like me and Jordan, we're gonna be having conversations, and she's gonna throw something in my face, not these in my face, about like a month later about something that I did, and I'm gonna do the same thing and bring it up. Because that's what we do. That's what a girl version of me do. But we'll do it all in good fun. At the end of the day, we'll always try to be there for each other. So do I think so? Yeah. And I think that means that I'm in tune with myself. And I think if they couldn't date a female or male version of something, and they probably need to look in the mirror and be like, would you want to date this person? Can this person be the person you want to with? Because if you can't date your own self, then why the hell would somebody want to date you in the first place? But yeah, I do think I can do it. I know I'm going to be
a better man than me, partner.
I know.
You're a better man than me.
I'm scared to get off of this topic because the moment I stop talking about this, the hellhounds are going to be loose whenever you start speaking. So I got to come up with some more stuff. No, I'm kidding. But man,
you ain't wrong though. You ain't wrong though. Because look here.
I know.
Because look here.
Are you ready? Like, shall I remove the chains now and let you go?
Hey, I'm here. I'm ready.
All right. So look, I think I can. But hey, X, what you got?
Hell to the hell no. Hell to the hell no. I couldn't date somebody like me.
Why the hell not?
Even the name of Xena, Samantha, Becky, Rhonda, whatever her name is, if she had the personality like me, nah, we ain't gonna make it, boo-boo. We ain't gonna make it. Cause I don't even know who I am sometimes. And here's the honest God truth. I'm a 36-year-old man still trying to figure out what life can bring me. I've built, I've destroyed, and I've built again. And the simple fact that I've seen some hard days. Some hard days. And the simple fact of that, I don't think I would date somebody that like me because I don't even know what's going to come out of my mouth half the time.
Because they're a bully.
I could, if you haven't seen that episode yet. Go ahead and see last episode where we talked about how I was a bully. But either way, it's not only because it's the bully. It's the simple fact of this. I am a individual that likes to think sporadically. I am very spontaneous. And because I'm very spontaneous, I am a person that is controlled in chaos. Here's it's funny that we on this topic. For all my friends that come at me and say this, I'm a acquired taste when it comes to my personality.
Like your alcoholic beverage.
Absolutely. Either way, because I'm an acquired taste, my moods change rapidly. And if there was someone like me, I already know if my mood changed and I want to change the topic and my stubbornness on the other side don't want to change that topic, we gonna fight. We gonna bicker. And
the makeup sex might be pretty good though.
Oh, absolutely. But the makeup sex only goes so far. Hell, you might see me on Dateline on an episode of Where Did I Bury This Body?
Oh no. Or maybe you gonna get buried. Or you gonna get Lorena Bobbitt.
And you know what? That is if they got a mind like mine, that might very well happen. But I am mature enough to understand my faults. But I am also mature enough to understand my green flags and what I bring to a relationship. And that's why I typically date people that I can see improving the faults that I know. And that's why I can't date myself. Because I know if I was a female, I'd be a bad bitch.
Wait, time out. Episode 2. I remember clearly somebody saying, their insecurities and things of that nature on how they date people. I'm going to pull your card real quick, my friend.
Go ahead and pull it.
So hold on. Episode 2, you had a reason you dating a certain type of female.
Mm-hmm.
So you telling me this is the reason why? Because this person right here, this person right there, couldn't handle their own self.
Or a lot of the times, because it's like I'm constantly, if I'm being true and I'm putting the cards on the table, I'm constantly evolving. Whether it's a good evolving or a bad evolving, I'm constantly evolving. I'm taking the good with the bad. But
is evolving ever bad? Isn't evolving evolution to be better?
Not always. You can evolve into a horrible person.
How's that evolving?
Not involving, evolving.
Evolving, like a Pokemon. Like if you evolve to Charmander to Charmeleon, that doesn't make you bad.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean you come with the best qualities. You just evolved into something else. Monkey. No, here's the thing. It depends on the size.
Isn't evolving to growth?
It is growth, but that doesn't mean your growth is bad. I mean, your growth is good. If you think about monkeys, humans evolved from monkeys. Are we saying we're better than monkeys?
Yes, we are.
I'm not. I don't put myself above anybody.
The monkeys aren't.
That's a touchy subject. I'm in the South. You can't be calling me no monkey.
I didn't call you a monkey. You said we evolved from them. If you still think you're part of the monkeys, then you know what, you little gorilla.
Look, see, now you're getting off topic. Either way, what I'm saying is this. Did you just call me a little gorilla? Me, Amy. But either way,
go ahead.
I know myself. Do I want someone that is exactly like me? No. And the reason being is there are a lot of things that I'm still fixing about myself. And that's why I date individuals that are better than me in certain things, but also they're evolving at a more pace than me in certain categories. Do I want to be a better human? Do I want to be better to other individuals? Yes. I can't date somebody that's just a straight dickhead. Do you understand what that would do to my personality as well? We would be chaos together. We would run rapid through the streets just clowning on people. That sounds fun. But but here's the problem. Who's going to check the other? I need somebody to have checks and balances. If she out here clowning on everybody, how is she going to check me if we both just clowning on people?
Well, I guess that's what makes you your Bonnie into your Clyde, right?
Right. But here's the thing about everybody saying in that Bonnie to the Clyde. They each had different personalities, but ultimately the same goal.
But here's the thing, though. With our conversation here and our topic, it's a female version of you or opposite sex version of you. Does that mean that they're going to have the same exact thing verbatim? Just a female person?
Well, that's what I'm looking at it as, is an identical personality of you.
Can an identical personality of you still understand the other things? Like if I know that I can't reel myself in, wouldn't my other half, wouldn't Jordan, the female Jordan, like, okay, I can't reel him in, or he can't reel himself in, so I got to reel him in.
But what if that's your where you need to improve, that you don't know how to reel in yourself? So then your identical self isn't going to know how to reel that person in.
True.
Because it's like this. If we have a red flag and we choose not to fix it, then we just idiots. But if we have a red flag and it's something that we have to work on to improve, we don't know how to improve it. It is something that we're working on. So how is my identical going to automatically know how to improve it?
I guess it depends on your identical person.
What do you mean it depends on? It's identical of me.
It's a female version of you. That means that it's kind of like almost like a mirror, right? So
Okay, Michael
if we're
Jackson.
looking, okay, well, what I'm saying is, if you already know, if I'm looking at myself and I'm like, yo, Jordan, you ain't supposed to do that, and the other Jordan's looking at me like, Jordan, you ain't supposed to do that. One of us need to fix it. So wouldn't that person be like, hey, let's fix this before nothing gets done?
I think what you're thinking of right now, and correct me if I'm wrong, is if the individual who's identical of us thinks opposite of us at certain points. Because
Yeah.
if that person thinks identical to how I think about certain situations, we're not going to stop each other because we think identically.
So what you're saying to what I'm saying is, if it we're both if the two Xaviers are sitting there, the
It's Xena,
ex
nigga.
girl,
It's Xena.
all right, Xena, Warrior Princess, is sitting there. She was hot. I remember that show. That was really good. I totally banger. But when we're
On
looking
top
at
of a
it, so
centaur's back.
that sounds like a great. Never mind. Um, let me go call a couple folks. Um, so basically, what you're saying is, if you had a bad idea, Xena would be like, "That's a great idea, and let's go do it." And what I think is, if I know it's a bad idea, but I'm gonna go do it,
Well, no,
my
I don't mean
Jordan
it
would be
that way.
like, "Okay,
Because it's
clarify."
if I have an idea, everybody else knows it's bad, then Xena is going to think it's a good idea because we both have the same idea.
I just said that. You just
No,
used
you
a different
didn't.
phrase.
No, you didn't.
I said if X was like, let's go do this, and you know it's like, you don't know it's a bad idea.
Okay,
Xena would be like, yeah, let's go do it. It's great.
exactly. That's like two
So
sociopaths being together. They're not
like
going to
fun.
fix each other. They're going to be freaking going off the rails. And that's me.
You're a sociopath.
I'm not 100% sociopath. I have sociopathic tendencies.
That sounds like something like superpower.
A little bit. My superpower is not to get hurt by trifling people. But
well, teach me how that goes.
Either way, bottom line is a lot of people, and this is why, in my opinion, opposite attracts in my world. Because
I wholeheartedly agree with that.
The opposite of me is someone that I know is going to have a better side of it. And see, hold on. No, I just had a realization.
What you have?
Because if she's opposite, I'm smart as hell at certain subjects. Not all subjects. Okay. I have an education on and a deeper understanding on a lot of things. I'm a philosophical individual. I help individuals out with a deeper meaning of relationships and things like that. And if I dated someone that was opposite, they'd be a bore. So I guess that is boring. So I guess that is why I'm so strategic with the people that I date instead of the people that I take out or I entertain. Because the entertaining aspect of it is understanding, is this person going to be worthy of my time? And that's why I believe I can't date someone that's identical to me.
Okay, Mr. Smarty Pants.
I'm just saying, I done been through some stuff. And I'm not saying I got PTSD, but I'm still hurt. I'm still trying to fix myself. No.
Need a hug?
That's why I got this.
Hey, what's that again?
Oban.
Oh, and it sounds like a lot of money. So you say like about it. You think you can help me out here? You know,
that'll get you an ounce. That'll get you an
ounce. That's all I need. That's all I need. Whenever you come over, man, just make sure you bring like the remnants of everything you got in over there in that liquor collection.
What I'm saying at the end of the day is,
what you got?
This is one of the main reasons why I hate when people are like, I got a type. And, and they use that as an excuse. And this transitions to our next, the question that I have for you.
Okay.
What is your ideal person? Because everybody's screaming, I got to type, and the main ones that say I got to type is always the mother suckers that's single.
You know what? I never thought of it that way. So what you're saying is most of the people are like, my type. Hey, thinking that's my type. My type. I was single.
Rich nigga, damn. That's my type.
But bitch, you poor. You're broke.
Hey, you know what? Hey, I ain't gonna lie though. It be the struggling girls that ain't got a nickel to rub together to make a dime. That be throwing it back the best.
They try to get a bed tonight. Don't sleep on them.
Telling you, boy. Hey. And still, I can't even give them the other nickel to rub together to make a dime. But either way.
So you said what makes an ideal partner?
Mm-hmm.
And here's what I say. I think when we're looking at an ideal partner, pretty tough, but I think it's somebody you don't need or don't know that you need to help uplift you. I think an ideal partner is somebody that you're not really looking for. You have a type, and you said this just now. That was really like a light bulb.
Hey, I be saying some things, and they be making sense.
You know, sometimes, I'm not sure if it was the liquor or liquor courage or something like the elixir. It's the
Oban. It's the liquor of wisdom.
The elixir of knowledge.
Oh, and just so everybody know, I am not sponsored, or this is not a paid ad for Oban. I just like what I like, and that's why I bolster what I drink. So this is not a paid ad. This is not a paid promotion. This is just me being a expensive drunk. Continue.
Yeah, that's why I don't have it, because I can't afford it. But hey, that's okay. One of us will pay the bills around here. Anyway,
speaking of, I'm gonna send you your bill later.
Oh no! Don't do that. Don't have no bill. Don't do that. I'll be evicted. I think it's tough, man. It's really tough to really have an ideal partner. But I think it's when you're not looking for it. Because when you're not looking for it, it just comes. It happens, and it's like you got to take that leap of faith. Because you can have this. Oh, as a woman, they might be like, I need a man that's about 6 feet, 6'7", 6'7", 6'5".
But we the same height laying down, baby.
20-inch penis. That can break my insides, even though I have a hole of a Grand Canyon.
I can't take it all.
I can't take it all, but even a 757 will look pretty small in the Grand Canyon. But hey, that's another conversation. So anyway,
who hurt you?
They all did, okay? They all did, X. Every single one of those hussies. No, I really think that. Meanwhile, I'm like the only one over here that's in a relationship. I truly think that your partner really comes when you're least expecting it, and you're just vibing, when you're chilling. Because, granted, I don't like to try to like make someone a friend first. I'd rather just, if I like you, I like you. You can always have a friendship.
You big facts.
You can always have something happen that will develop no matter what. You and I are boys now over some of a situation that happened.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing is, when we look at it, this person that you have in your life may not be the person that you want. You might need them for something that you're learning on yourself. You help identify things. Okay, what have I always been like? What have I done? And when we talked about the last subject, can you date the opposite sex version of you? Sometimes you need that person that is totally nothing like you, because you see an outlook. It's just like everybody say, go look in the clouds. We look up there. Somebody might see a hot dog. I might see a wiener dog. Or I might see a sword. I might see Dr. Doolittle. I don't know what I might see. I might see Tanjiro. But you know what? That person is going to give me something
Demon
different.
Slayer.
I love me Demon Slayer. I have a person that'll be like, "Oh, what's that?" I'm like, "Demon Slayer." They don't know. You know what? The best part about it is you can teach them. You can learn. And I feel like no matter how smart, how dumb somebody is, you can always learn something from someone. And I think that that partner is that ideal partner is when you can learn and grow from one another. Now, if you can't grow with that person, you don't need them. Because if you had somebody that you didn't need like that, then you already have them.
You're absolutely
But
correct.
there's just I think just to put a ribbon on my point on what makes an ideal partner is if you don't look for it and you just let it happen and you can start feeling and seeing things like, you know what? Never thought of it that way. Am I really this type of person? Am I really headstrong? Am I really arrogant? Like, what am I doing? What am I doing? And is it holding me back from what I want to accomplish? And just to piggyback on one last thing with you, you said you're still figuring things out.
Mm-hmm.
So a partner for you may not be someone that's figuring things out. They may either have something figured out or they're trying to experience something on their own. You both can piggyback on like, oh, you're working on that. What's stopping you? And it's like you want that in a partner. And I think for me, that's what makes an ideal partner.
And much respect, and I'm glad you are in a position. I envy you a little bit because you understand what you want and you understand the things that you need to get to that ideal person. Now, me, my ideal person changes every time I change my draws. And here's what I say that. Here's why I say that. Because
I'm done.
Every time I look,
I'm scrolling.
Here's a difference between you and I, and you can express this a little bit more if you'd like. We come from different worlds. Yes, we are two black men. Absolutely, we are two black men. But when it comes down to it, and it's not a jab, it's nothing like that. Your experience when it comes to women is, and I mean personality wise and differentials of a culture and things like that, isn't the same as it is for mine. So my ideal woman, and I'll explain why in just a second. It's not a dig. And if you want to elaborate after, I'm sure be more than happy for you to elaborate.
Yeah, I'm trying to see where you're going.
We've had this discussion where I've traveled, and for those who don't know me, I've traveled the world. I've been to many countries. I've seen many different types of women. So because I've seen many types of women, and I've dated, and I've we ain't got to go all into it. I've had relations. I've done what I needed to do to enjoy my time in those countries. The point is, my type is, I'm not going to say it's higher because it's very subjective when it comes to type. It's just very difficult for me to pinpoint what my ideal person is, because I have like 5 different ideal persons. I know for a fact when it boils down, I want someone that is not from the United States. Because just like you mentioned, I want someone that can teach me something that is not of the United States. Same way as if I've dated a black girl, we've been through the same struggles. And because we've been through the same struggles, yes, we have a common ground, but we've seen what we've seen. And sometimes the same hurt is the same hurt. And so what I say is with this, as I travel through Asia, as I travel through South America, I learn different things. And this goes back to episode 1 of Passport Bros.
Yeah.
This is why I stamped that on my chest as a passport bro. It's not of modern day society. It's just I go out in seeking of modern day culture and what that can do for me. And every single new culture that I meet has changed my type. And I know I've said to many friends, and we gonna get deep down, and I'm telling some secrets right now. Don't y'all judge me. Look, being raised in the South, in my generation, we were not exposed to many different types of culture. You had your whites, you had your Cubans, you had your Dominicans and Puerto Ricans, you had your Haitians. That's what predominantly was in Florida as I was being raised. It wasn't until I got to New York where they started showing me a vast of things because they had different neighborhoods. In New York, I step off 55th and 6th Ave and I'm in Little Germany. But I dropped down all the way to the bottom of Manhattan and I'm in Chinatown. I got Little Italy. I got Koreatown. And I got all these vast of flavor. Now look, my type is kind of like how we look at cuisine. There's so many different cuisines out there. Some people like Chinese food. Some people like Japanese food and sushi. Some people like Peruvian food with the heavy meats, but light vegetables. Brazilian, Colombian, Mexican food. We all got that, and that's how my type becomes. So what I say this, when it boils down to it, it sucks that I got to put it that way, but sometimes I got a flavor of the month. Because that's
Baskin Robbins.
No, man, it's like Dr. Pepper. I got 23 flavors, baby. Either way. But what I'm saying is this. When you become well traveled and more traveled, and it's not a dig at you, Jordan, you're gonna come up upon that and realize that it opens your mind to the different things that are out there in this world. Hell, I remember I had a whole day. It was weird. I tried to Frankenstein some of my types, and I knew I wasn't gonna find it. Like
build a bitch.
One of my girl, I wish I could build a girl. But here, one of my favorite types that I wish I could find, but it's like a unicorn, is an Asian girl with a country accent and a Southern lifestyle.
We had this conversation off top. We had this conversation before.
Exactly. But do you know how difficult that is to find? Now, I know my friends that are going to be watching this were like, well, we all know you got yellow fever. No, I don't have yellow fever. What it is though, is that a lot of the countries that I frequent a lot have been in Asian countries. So I will honestly tell you, there are countries that I favorite, but that don't mean I'm going to deny a big booty Colombian that's just like, mira. A big booty Colombian, a Latino girl that's just like, I want you. Well, I want you too. What I'm saying is this. I can't have a singular type where I'm like, this is exactly what I want. Blonde hair, blue eye, or brunette with big hips and beautiful smile. It just doesn't come easy to me like that. I don't know if it's because I'm ugly. I'm not going to call myself ugly, but I'm not going to say I'm the finest man in the world. It becomes personality. And that's why, I'll be honest, I don't do well on dating apps. I don't go on dating apps because of that reason. It's because I got to understand somebody first before I feel anything. Yeah, you can be pretty, but as soon as you open your mouth and you running, your jaw jackals is saying what I don't like, I'm going to ignore you.
True. That's true.
Oh, it's because you're ugly, SpongeBob.
I'm sorry.
Sorry, SpongeBob. It's because you're ugly.
Look, man, I don't think it's a jab towards me. I think it's more so of yourself that basically, stroking your own ego. I'm so worldly. I did this. I did that. I got this expensive ass alcohol. No woman can ever please my ugly ass. But you know what? I'm going to do me. I think that you, sir, can have, and I think this goes for any man or female, you can have an infinite ideal amount. Like you can have multiple ideals, because I'll give an example for me. People might think, oh, he likes to play in the snow. He likes snow bunnies. Oh, no, not necessarily. Oh, but we've seen him hanging around more
white women. Playing in the Arctic, bro. Ain't nothing. I visit Antarctica frequently.
You know what? I mean, anybody who knows me knows that, Baskin Robbins here too. Any flavor, it is what it is. But at the end of the day, it's about what's around me. What's here?
What you're exposed to.
Exactly. I've dated women that their first language isn't, English. it's different things. I've been around women that, I was nervous, and I think I told you this before. Like, I was stayed the night at a girl's house, and she had a machete under their bed, and I made sure that I learned a little bit of Espanol after that. But you know what? I think that what we're saying here is an ideal partner. I think a little bit, and no shade or disrespect to you, take this how you want, but maybe you sound like you're just making an excuse on why you don't have someone that you find as ideal partner. Like, you're trying to find something wrong with somebody.
Don't you do that. Don't you do that. Don't you do that. Don't you do that. And
do what?
Look, not everybody is blessed with finding their soulmate when they're young. I found my soulmate. And I'm not going to go into great details because this is supposed to be a lighthearted podcast. But I lost my soulmate. I'm in the route right now of finding a replacement. I believe there's always one soulmate in someone's life. And if you lose that soulmate,
what? Did you lose the soulmate off of like health? Is the soulmate like no longer breathing, or was there a breakup?
They're no longer breathing.
Okay, that makes a lot more sense.
And that's why at my age, when people are like, look, there's a saying in Chinese culture, and again, like I said, I'm a Chinese culture. There is a saying for a lot of individuals, as far as women too, is predominantly for women, that once you pass 30s, you're essentially like leftovers. You're like left behind because no one wanted you in your youth. And so as much as people want to say that don't exist in Western civilization, it does. Because if we look at it in the grand scheme of things, I'm not going to say I'm like creme de la creme. I ain't no damn Mark Zuckerberg or all of these other things that I'm the catch of the century and I'm single and I got all this money to blow. But I'd like to say I have fundamental things that can bring to a family that I'm stable for the most part.
Ladies, he got money.
No, I'm broke as a joke. Either way, what I'm saying is this.
Yeah.
When it boils down to it, I'm single because I choose to be single because I'm waiting for something that's going to last. I'm not trying to be this modern day, been divorced 4 times and I have alimony for 3 other wives. That's just not how I roll. Have I had chances to be in a relationship? Yes. But I'm not a religious man. It wasn't our time. I've been in relationships post my inevitable person that passed. I've been in other relationships since then, but there was always something that was missing, or I wasn't ready at the time that person was ready to prolong it or get more serious.
Wait, question then. Do you think that you are personally or hittingly like not giving these people a chance because of the level as the person that passed away has put, and it's not even fair to the people that are even trying because you already knew what your soulmate was? Is it really fair to these people that they don't even have a chance because you're not even giving them a chance because they don't stack up to, rest in peace to your old soulmate, to that person? Is that more of something that's mentally in your head, or is it the fact that her standard and her bar was set so high that you can't even sit here on this podcast right now and say, I can make an ideal partner because no matter what, don't compare to her?
I would say it's both. And here's why. Yeah. I don't know if anybody who's watching this can imagine finding their soulmate or their one true person that fulfills them, that every day makes them whole, makes you want to be a better person. That's what we all strive to get to. Don't get me wrong. Of course, every person thereafter I've dated is going to be in comparisons to that, because when we go into a relationship, we bring our history with it. That's who we are. That's what creates or makes us who we are today. Whether it's, and becomes from different conversations I've had with friends, I'm a drug addict, or I'm a sexaholic, or I'm something of that sort, and I bring that all together, and I'm now a better person, I believe, and going forward, it doesn't matter if I think I'm a better person now, I'm still bringing that baggage. So when you said, to answer your question, I don't cold-heartedly hold in comparisons to people I'm dating to the person that's passed. What I'm saying is there are levels to it, in which, for example, the person that I was mentioning, and it's a specific person, for the people that are close to me know who this person is, and I don't think we've had that kind of conversation just yet. But that individual, she was amazing, absolutely amazing, but I wasn't in the right time. I wasn't in the right space at the time she walked into my life. And that's why we broke up. And I'll give a little bit more detail on why I say that. There are times when individuals walk into our life that we cannot recognize that this is the person for us, that this is the person that's going to make us better. There are times where, and I'm not a religious person, but I am a religious person, but I'm not like bent over heels. God provides you things when you're ready, not when you want them, if that makes sense. So, for example, I wasn't ready for the love this individual was ready to give me, because at the time we were dating, I wasn't financially stable. I still had student loans. I still had debt. I still all of that. That was one of her criterias that she told me from the beginning, and I never took serious. So we fell in love. Fast forward 3.5 years of dating, and we were now talking engagement. We were talking moving in together. I never took the things she said in the beginning serious. So when we had that conversation about moving in and financial stability and everything that she wanted, well, I had to be honest. We weren't in the same place. I was willing to move forward, but she had her standards that she needed before she could move forward, and I didn't meet them, thus us breaking up. So that brings me back to what my saying is. Sometimes life provides you the things that are perfect for you, or that looks perfect for you, but you're just not in the same light. Because now, if I had that same relationship now, where all of what she broke up for me for, and I went and fixed it after we broke up, we would be together right now, because everything that was a red flag for her is now fixed. If you get what I'm saying.
Now, we're kind of jumping off topic a little bit here.
After that, I need to drink.
You should, but here's the thing, there, X. You said all that, and I don't want you. You know, I'm never going to come at you, like in a sense of like disrespect.
Oh no! Come at me, bro. Come at me, bro.
How is that considered your soulmate if you fumbled the bag? It's not. How can I be your soulmate? Maybe that's just what you thought you needed, and then I missed out on it. I can't be a soulmate, because if that was your soulmate, you guys would have been together.
Not necessarily, because so here's the thing. It depends how you look at it. In life, can you only have one soulmate? I don't believe that is true. There are millions and billions of individuals in this world. You can have multiple soulmates, because I don't know, depending on, and I don't want to get into like religion or what we think of happens after we die of reincarnation, but at the end of the day, there's other individuals that may have thought the same way of the love that you've lost, but you just weren't prepared for it when it was presented to you. It's like when people say you got lucky on a business decision, or you got lucky. Luck is opportunity and preparation. I wasn't prepared for it at the time that it came in. And even when she told me her requirements, if I would have listened and fixed what I needed to fix during those 3 years, it would have been what I wanted. But I didn't.
It sounds like you're living with regret, and now we don't know what an ideal partner is any longer.
It's not that I live with regret, because I don't have regret. Everything happens for a reason. And I have to believe, or I sink to the bottom and just think my life is over. I have to believe that I'm going to come across someone else that's worthy, that I'm worthy of, and they're worthy of me. And
I respect
this
that.
ain't supposed to be a mushy situation, because people every day tell me, oh, you gotta find someone and make the relationship work. And in my opinion, I don't have to make it work. It should just work if I'm with the right person. Oh, see? Now you done got me on this liquor, and I'm over here spilling the guts like Jodeci.
Hey, that's because I wanted to, get into this situation. I think we needed this. I think this is something that was needed because we are typically lighthearted, goofing off, and having fun, and talking about some serious topics. But if you sit here and think about, these are things that you touched on that aren't normal for men to really speak on, as well as black men to speak on.
Oh,
And
big
for us to really
facts.
think, I hope that some of our female listeners and watchers are looking at this. I definitely want to see some opinions on this. But I think that what you really said is speaking facts, man.
But before you jump into that, it was 2 weeks ago. I had a conversation with a friend of mine, and it's not very often that I get stumped or I lose the ability to respond. Like, I can't respond. Like, I don't know what to say. But she got me good this time a few weeks ago. I went to go visit a friend. And this individual friend is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful black woman. But this black woman does not date within her race.
Ooh.
And it's to no fault of her. We are a product of our environment. And if your environment is strictly non-melanin individuals, that is who you're going to be attracted to, because that's what's in your face constantly.
Yeah.
So we were having this conversation, and while we were having this conversation, her main focus was, there are types that I've liked, and it's changed who she is, and that's who exactly she wanted to date. And it just so happened to be everyone of a non-melanin person. So we had a deep conversation. And so she's like, I don't see the difference between you and me. And I asked her, what are you talking about? She asked me straight up, when was the last time you dated someone that looked like you? And I had to be honest, high school. And she said, why? And I said, because as I travel, a lot of it hasn't been a representation of me. And she's like, and to whose fault is that? And I said, mine. She's like, you're in everybody else's country, from South America, Mexico, to Asia, to Europe. Why haven't you been to Africa? Why haven't you been to the people that looks like you? And that had me sit down and think, why haven't I?
Why haven't you?
And I'm still thinking about it. But like I said, in that conversation, she had me stumped. Now I have to go back to the drawing board and understand in myself, why haven't I done those things that she said? Now, I'm going to go back and rebuttal her question, because she's in the same boat as me. She has the ends to go travel all these places. She has everything else. But I will update y'all when I get that answer. But either way, this is it. And I'm going to end with this. And this is touching on my ex. With the ex that I had, and the situation financially that I was in, and the debt and all of that I was on, at the time, she made more money than me. And because she made more money than me, I was okay with it. Because you meet individuals that have their shit together. And when they have their shit together, teach me It's like, teach me. I want to get my credit score to 850.
Teach me the game, Ghost.
Thank you.
Please.
I want to get my credit score to 850. I want to have a couple $100,000 in the bank before we even consider marriage and house buying. I want to be financially stable where I don't have to worry about if my bills are getting paid. Mm-hmm. Did that make me feel less of a man because the woman that I was dating was wealthier? Not I'm going to say wealthier because that just sounds like she was filthy rich. But does that mean that well off? I don't know. But I think that ties into your question that you had.
So let's look at it like this, X. As a male, and I want to hear everyone's feedback on this one. As a male, can your significant other make more money than you? And would you feel less than a man because of that?
Well, I feel like I just spilled a lot in the last 20 minutes.
Do you want me to take this first?
Yes, please. I hijacked the whole half of the show, boy.
You did. But you know what? Like I said, that was needed. We had to get that out. So for me, hell yes, you can make more money than me. Absolutely. Because one, I ain't no punk bitch. I like challenge. My mama ain't raised no hoe. I'm gonna go get mine. Here's the thing. If you are dating a woman, or if you're dating a woman as a man, you're supposed to be the man of the house. You're supposed to be the provider. That's the thing. Typically, the hunter, we hunt, the women cook, yada yada yada. Well, now in that nowadays and age, women make more money than most men's salary just looking pretty online. All they got to do is be in a bikini. All they got to do is be a social.
Hey, we're going to touch on that in another topic, though. Big facts. We're going to dive deep into that.
Let me continue to cook with
it. Go ahead. Cook.
Women can be well off and financially secured and have the bag off of things that really don't require skill. And there's no shade to any woman that's getting their bag off of sex appeal, off of personality, off of being funny, off of their assets. Get to your bag, boo-boo. As a man, can you date that person? You gotta look at it like this. If the person's not trying to control you, absolutely. The thing is, as a man, you gotta remember you are still a man. You can't allow her to dictate who you are. You're not allowed to think that it's okay to just be pampered like a little titty boy. So for me, if a woman makes more than me, I still wanted to figure out how I can contribute to the relationship. Now, granted, you may not be the provider any longer. You gotta do something. Either you gotta learn how to cook, you gotta learn how to build some stuff. You need to learn how to be more. You may just need to be that person.
No, you about to be the housewife.
Therapist. See, now you're, taking the manliness away from the man because he makes less money. And that's why a man will be like, oh, in most men, channeling back to our last episode, bullying, if a man heard you say that to them, they're going to be like, oh, fuck you, dude. How you going to treat me? How you going to tell me I'm less of a man? I'm a house man. Or man wife, whatever. Now
they haven't made a term yet.
A hubby do list. Now you gotta create a hubby do list. Now you gotta go run errands for everyone with your little man van or your minivan. Now you're a soccer dad, whatever it is. But that doesn't mean that you have to be less than. If you let somebody like X put you down because they want to take shots at that, you were never ready to be built for that in the first place because your woman makes more. I remember once I graduated college, one of my first jobs, I worked at a hospital. And I find it funny, there's this guy, this dude was probably like 5'3". Little white dude with glasses, balding hair, just a generic white dude that, everyone just sits there and just laughs at, right? It's kind of like one of those things where it's like, dude, you are not what they're looking for. But he had a wife, right? And guess what his job was in there? We kind of touched on this as well before. He was a secretary. he was a little secretary.
Did you just say a little secretary?
He was a little secretary.
That's not demeaning at all.
No, not at all, right? But here's the thing. His wife made all the money. He took care of the kid. He just needed a job so he can have to contribute. I'm pretty sure. I mean, I don't know the man's lifestyle, but he was still trying to contribute to the house, and he was still being a father to his child. At the end of the day, as long as your woman doesn't try to treat you like a little bitch, or you don't act like a little bitch, as long as you understand you can defend your woman's honor, you can still be a man, you can still do different things to contribute to your woman. At the end of the day, it's about bringing the money back to the house. It's about bringing it back to the family. Like, if my shorty makes more money than me or makes just as much money than me, that's fine. As long as we make it together and we build, because I might know how to do something with finances that she doesn't. I'm not going to get into my logistics with my situation right now, but I'll say this. I know how to manage things that certain people else couldn't, and I also know how to help her manage something without her feeling that, she'll be taken advantage of like she has been in the past, or has been somebody that's hearing that person's corner. So how do I help and help and support? She has,
you ain't trying to support nobody. I'm just playing.
I mean, I think I've been nothing but a supportive person no matter what.
That's for another time.
It is. Overall, and I'll wrap it up on my point on that.
No, you good.
I mean, I had to give you a break because you were, I don't know, man. I might have saw a tear or something over there. You was kind of sweating. You still looking a little sweat.
It's the liquor, boy.
But man, all jokes aside,
that liquor make you tell the truth.
The liquid courage, bro. All jokes aside, though, X, I think it really is this, dude. You can easily be contributed to the house as long as you understand your role. And if that means you're not the breadwinner, do something else. Because that woman, and especially she knows you don't got no money. She still want to be with your ass? Boy, you better keep slinging that dangalang. You better keep loving that woman. You better keep defending her honor and do what you got to do, because, she can easily go find somebody with another.
And you know what? That's damn right. And that's why I disagree.
Ooh,
here's why.
A disagreement. Okay, all right.
I disagree. Did you just say, I see what a bitch got?
I'm sorry.
Wow. No. I look at it this way. In today's age, people want to say that they're acceptable, that I'm a strong woman, that that I'm a boss lady, that I can be single, that I can do all of these things all by myself. But that's not how they were raised. Unless they was raised in a single mother household where they saw their mama trump. And you know what? That's okay. But at the end of the day, every woman, I don't care what they say, every woman wants to feel like they the princess. And why I say this is, how many times, and I know you done had friends that were females that was messing around with a fuckboy, where they ain't pay no bills, they ain't had nothing to offer the relationship, and she stayed, bailed his ass out constantly. And you yourself, because I know I done been in that position where I'm preaching to another man's girl, where I said, you need to leave him, because he ain't about that. He ain't about shit. He ain't contributing to nothing. And I've been in that situation. Look here. As much as a woman want to say I'm a boss lady and I pay for mine and I take care of mine, that's temporarily. There are so many men out in this world, and this is the thing that's happening in today's society, where now I'm seeing women that would rather be in a polyamory or an open relationship to be with a successful man, rather than trying to find a man that is equal or lesser than. And here's why I say this. And for the women that's out there, you can bash me all you want. I seen what I seen. Because here's the thing, that as I date individuals in this world, that is one of the questions that I ask. what is your ideal man? And then constantly that I hear is like security. What is security to these women in this world? Yes, security can be, oh, I want to date a big man who if we walk down a dark alley, I know he can handle his and I don't have to be worried. But other security is stability. Understanding that they got my back. Understanding that we're not living paycheck to paycheck. That's not what a woman's dream is when they turn around and leave their mama home. They're looking, and it's old fashioned, and it's been from the beginning of time. It's the pressure of men. And you said that before. As a black man and as a man, there are some things that we just can't say. Because there is so much pressure that is put on us as men to provide, to make sure that not only the women, but the children or the future children are going to be set to make a legacy. A legacy is not put on a woman to continue with their offsprings. A legacy is built by a man by today's standards and by the past. And in order to have a legacy, how many legacies have you heard that this woman built a legacy? Legacy usually isn't tied with a woman. And this is not me trying to be misogynistic. It's just today's society and facts.
Kardashian.
But Kardashian, okay, North is still associated with her father, Kanye. And the legacy of North. Huh?
I'm talking about Kim Kardashian. I
know you're talking about Kim Kardashian, but Kim Kardashian did not build the legacy of what North is going to become. She is forever tied to her father, even though in society's eyes, she's never with her father. As much as Kim... What? Look, let me finish my point. Let me finish my point.
Go ahead.
And the point of the matter is this. As much as I understand in today's world that because if you look at the history, and we're going to go back and do a little bit of history. I think I touched a little bit on it in episode 1 when I was talking about women in the factories and them taking over the factories and making money while the men were at war. Women's rights came along. And everything else. Now that's great. Yes, when we look at income and the differential between men and women and how much they make at jobs, yes, there is still a discrepancy between how much they make versus men and women. Yes, I understand. But when it comes down to dating and finding what women pheromones are really craving, how many women are going to learn from him? I mean, how many women are going to flock to a man that's broke, can't provide, ain't got nothing to his name, can't even rub 2 nickels together to make a dime? Not much. Now,
nope, that's not the point, though. That's not.
I understand that's not the point, but I'm getting to the point.
Okay.
And what I'm saying is, as a man and the pressure of society, how many men is going to see a woman that is successful in her industry, top of her class, top of her industry, and she is doing the damn thing and she is intimidating? That makes a massive intimidation to any man. I don't know about you and I don't know about me, but most men are going to be intimidated by that type of woman. I don't give a damn. I could have $2 to my bank account. I'm going to buy her a $2 drink and say it was lavish. It was Dom Perignon if you close your eyes and don't have taste buds. But, again, most men are not going to walk up to a woman that is successful. And this goes back to your point. How many men are going to be fine with a woman making money? As a man, and it's, again, I'm trying not to say it's a misogynistic way. You are more progressive than I am, my boy. And I'm going to say that straight up. I applaud you for it. But here's my problem. I've been in relationships, whether it's in the United States or foreign abroad. Foreign still has a traditional mindset when it comes to the man and women in a household. In America, they're more progressive. And because they're more progressive, they're okay to work through, oh, I'm unemployed. But there's a time limit when it comes to a man being unemployed and unable to provide. But if you look at it as this, women look to glow up. They're looking for men that is of stature. But a man, I'm not always looking for a woman that's at the top for me to escalate up. I'm okay with building the woman at the local Waffle House that serves me my bacon, egg, and cheese biscuit on the side with a bowl of grits. I'm okay dating her and building her up. So for you to come to me but it's all established. But how many women, and take that same woman at Waffle House, is she gonna date a man that works at Publix as a bagger and say, oh, let's go ahead and be together? No. So why am I going to be the guy? Why am I going to be the guy who's going to turn around and be like, all right, let me find me a sugar mama? Or a woman's going to stay with me when I'm on hard times. Like, I've lost my job and I've been unemployed for 7 months. What woman is going to stick around and bust her ass? And I know there's going to be a woman in my comments, in these comments, talking about I would. And I'm calling bullshit. I'm calling bullshit. That's all it is.
The question, X, the question. Answer the question, jerk. Do you remember that from a Sports Center? The question is, can you, as a male, date?
And I answered that when I started. I said no.
So you said no because of why?
Because the expectation that is put on me. If I have a woman, listen, and I'm answering your question. If I have a woman and she makes more money than me, I don't know if it's an insecurity. I don't know what it is. Or maybe is most people going to be like, oh, you're misogynistic, that you need to be better than a woman. No, I look at it this. Love only can hold for so long. And it's been proven. The number one reason for divorce in today's society is a money issue. What woman is, especially if a woman is in her prime, what woman, and with no kids, what woman is going to stay with a man that can't provide for her and give her the comfortability and the safety and stability? Yes, she can make it, but everybody has aspirations. And because you have aspirations,
Listen, though, you're making points that may not even apply to the situation. These are hypotheticals. What
it's
is
not
the person,
hypothetical.
But it is. Hear me out. Hear me out. Now, I want you to ignore everything you just said for like 5 seconds. You just said all these things about providing. If your woman makes $999,000 and you make $990,000.1, you technically make a cent more, right? Your significant other makes more than you. Let's just switch that around. Let's just say she makes that. Let's just say you make $1 million, or she makes $1 million, and you make 900,000, right? So that doesn't change the fact that you still can't provide. Now, granted, you guys are both up there making freaking bank, but she makes more money than you. It's just like freaking Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. We know that Travis Kelce has a bag. But Taylor Swift got money out of this world because she's a world-renowned artist. Now, granted,
right, but when you get to that this is hypothetical, and this is outliers. There are not many people in this world that makes that much money. There is a number of an amount of money where it just doesn't matter how much more you make. You're still at the same level.
Let's lower the standard then. Let's lower the standard. You are an educated black man. You're an educated brother, so you can.
So they say. So the expensive certificate on my wall.
You maybe that's what they said. Maybe you just bought your way out because you're some type of guy. But I don't know. But let's just say that, and I don't know your level. I don't know how far you went to school, bachelor's, master's, whatever. Doctorate, whatever. You have your master's degree. Congratulations. Respect that. So you have your master's degree, and somebody that you find has a doctor's degree or is a lawyer. you're able to financially provide for you and that woman if you wanted to, but they make more because of the profession. Do you now my question is let's just say that you are dating a doctor, you are dating a surgeon, whatever it may be.
Mm-hmm.
You are the person that you are. And let's just say we're not getting into your business that way, but you have enough means to have your own have everything. You can take care of a woman if you wanted to, but you
Mm-hmm.
choose not to because you have standards. My question to you is, can you so you're saying that you can't be with this person because you still don't think you can financially take care of them because they're a surgeon?
No, not that. And I'm glad that you put it in that way. No, but it will fuel me to make sure that I do better and improve
And
my current
that's
standards.
my point. That was my point.
It will fuel me to make sure that I go out and do better and get a better job so that I am the provider and it becomes an option. And that's my thing. It becomes an option that the woman that I love, the woman that I plan on marrying, the woman that's going to be the mother of my children, she will ultimately have the decision on if she wants to work or not, and not a must work.
And that's fine. I think that is merited.
But we're talking outliers. So just like you said that, flip that on his head and say this. Two broke people together where she decide, okay, I'm working at McDonald's and he's working at Pep Boys. He make $1 more than me, and we still struggling to have to make bills and to pay our bills, and we're paying paycheck to paycheck. Do you understand what temptation happens when another man says she's a baddie? She a bad. She ain't got no kids. She dating me, and then another brother walks in, and he's a business owner. He owns the Pep Boys. Do you not understand the attractiveness that has changed between the Pep Boy tire changer and the owner of the shop? It's the stability standpoint.
Sounds like insecurities, and it sounds like part of our last episode.
Well, look, at the end of the day, it comes down to this. I'm glad that I've made business decisions and I've made opportunities for myself in this world. Because if I was putting that pace, and this goes back, and I give a credit to her, and I don't want to name her just in case she ever sees this, but I give credit to the woman that I dated for so long that helped me and pushed me to change the things in my life because it put me to where I am today, financially, where I want to be. But what I say is this. If she was like me and she made more money than me, it wouldn't have worked. And that, my friend, is why I date people that are something that's going to help me grow, or the opposite of me, because that means my faults are her gains. So that brings us back to the beginning, where would you date somebody that is the same as you? No. Because I need to date someone that is going to improve me.
Well, it looks like we have it, y'all. This man doesn't want to go nowhere near somebody look that act just like his ass.
Nope.
And there's nothing wrong with it. But hey, man, you want to take us out of here?
Yeah, boy, it's been a good one. This was a pretty good debate. I know I went off a little topic a little bit, and it might be because, I'm doing a little bit drinking, but at the end of the day, it was an enjoyable conversation, and I hope that it helped y'all through anything that y'all might have been thinking, whether it's my misogynistic thinking mindset, now that I'm calling myself that. Shut your mouth.
No last
Shut your mouth.
No last soul.
Or you thinking on Jordan's side. Either way, that's why we have these conversations, because we have different sides of some of these topics. But make sure y'all tune into episode 5, because it's coming right at you. And boy, it's going to be a good one. So I appreciate
Yes,
you
sir.
joining me, Xavier.
Jordan.
And we'll catch you next time. Make sure you hit that subscribe and that notification button because I ain't gonna tell y'all again. Deuces.
Hey, I'm trying to have a little something here.
Yeah. Help Jordan out.
I need some expensive drink.
Hey, anyhow, deuces. See you next episode.